We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.
Hello and welcome back to the Sit and Chat podcast. I'm Whyte.
I'm Thayjamieallan.
I'm Fergus Coyne.
And I'm Euan, Mackenzie.
Right, first time, lads. Well done. Thank you both for you for being on the first ever quad podcast. How are you honoured by it?
Hi, Foursome podcast. I'm happy to be here.
Glad to hear.
I'm happy to be here. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling good to go. Got a rum and coke here to get me through this.
What do you mean get you through it? You make it sound like this will be a painful experience.
Never mind that.
Yeah, painful
Never
like
mind that.
waxing. So it's
No,
painful,
no.
but you know it's worth it in the end for the end goal.
No. Back up on right here. What type of rum is it?
It's a
What?
cheap little rum called James Cook.
Nah, we'll move on. Carry on.
Why do you have such a boner for Kraken rum, by the way?
Right, no.
Yeah, Kraken's good. Yeah,
Kraken
I'm not
is-
saying
is
it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's very good, but it's like he worships that fucking drink with a passion.
What, you
It was
talking,
a bit-
talking about me? You talking about Jamie?
Jamie.
Yeah.
It's the best alcoholic drink there is. Period.
Honestly,
Have you ever tried
I agree.
Tennant's?
I hate lager, beer, whatever you want to call it. You know that. I despise it. Shit.
Wow, not a real man. Not like me,
Aye.
proper man.
You can't handle the 50%, mate. That's what it is.
Liam was told when he was 12 years old that men drink Tennants, and that's just all he's done ever since.
He's
Yeah,
told up his uncle. It's in the back of their beach house. That's to drink the tenants to be a man.
His uncle just got divorced and he was crying in the beach chair. He's like, Liam, listen, real men drink Tennants, okay?
All I want would never stop you from drinking tenants.
I'm not a real sissy ass bitch, you know. A real man drink Tennants.
And they may say that Tennants are the reason that you're not close to your children, but it's not true. Okay, Liam?
I can hit him from just here.
Right, moving on swiftly. Euan, unfortunately, recently furloughed due to the coronavirus a few days ago. What was that feeling like, you know, being one of millions now across the country that has been?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag. Primarily because obviously, as you'd expect, in extenuating circumstances such as these, it's expected that would happen. If you had told me a few weeks ago, like, hey, do you want to get paid like the majority of your salary while doing no work? I'd be like, yeah, obviously that sounds pretty sweet, but it hits a bit different when it's in the middle of a pandemic, you know.
Mhm.
It's like
the cheery topics, you know.
yeah.
Oh, come on to that, you know. I've got
Get-
loads
get-
of
getting
football
slandered
questions
already.
coming up.
Just hooking the viewer in now.
Just
Yeah,
remember
Just
who the
reminding
guest
them
is.
now there's a pandemic going on.
Yeah, I'm meant to
Right.
be like a pretty upbeat person when I'm talking to my friends, and you're just hitting me with these dire shit.
Uh-huh.
No,
You're
you
meant to
know,
be
no.
upbeat.
I think it's important to, you know, bring it up. I mean, everyone here, bar Fergus, has been furloughed, obviously. So, you know, we don't.
He's
you
been
know,
furglowed.
Has been what?
furloughed.
Uh-huh.
Do you never put on
Oh
the
no,
news?
it's good to explain, just in case people listening
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
heard of it
please.
yet.
Yeah,
I'm the viewer
okay.
here.
Okay,
I know who's
right.
hosting this.
I know, that's just some bullshit. No, I mean, so for those of you that don't know, if you're Fergus, if you're furloughed, it basically means it's a government scheme in which if businesses like mine and Euan's can't afford to pay you because, you know, there's no money coming in, the government will give you 80% of your wages until...
Oh yeah, all right, it's that. Okay. I didn't know there was a name for it.
Yeah,
Right.
no, but
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of
Yeah.
just surprised me because I mean, we'll get on to it maybe in a bit, but it looks like we're getting close to coming back. You know, I mean, you know, I think there
Don't
might
think so,
be a
mate.
chance by the end of the month. You know,
You're so wrong.
I have hope. You know,
No. You're meant to be the
You're a fucking
pessimist,
idiot.
mate.
They just
I
keep
know.
saying stuff like that to give people hope, so they don't.
Yeah,
all
I'm,
fucking
I'm
cry.
meant to be the optimist as well.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I want to take your role for a change. No, I mean, like, maybe I'm doing it for my own sanity, but the email that I got the other day maybe sort of it's the first time that's hit me about.
Oh,
making
Liam, it's Boris.
Yeah, back to work, Fanny Boris.
Don't tell anybody, but we're ending the lockdown at the end of the month.
I mean, Boris, a big sin in chat and fan. What can I say? No,
I can see that.
how do you think he got through all those hours in ICU? You know, it was just constant hours of me and Jamie.
Yeah, I thought the coronavirus was keen enough. Like,
I absolutely love those two Scottish lads, and they really are loving it.
oh, we didn't sing the tune.
Oh yeah, well we can do that then,
Thank
June.
fuck.
You can close us out with
No,
that.
you get the tune up now.
No, you're not the fucking
Come on,
host.
come
You're
on.
not you're in control.
Please sing
No,
along.
Ewan, stop. No, Ewan,
We
please.
talk
God.
football and current events, sitting and chatting
With the very best guests.
Four Scottish boys, and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, something else.
Sitting and chatting. Right, is this where we start the episode now?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, welcome back. No, I fucking totally forgot what I was saying.
Good, it was probably shit.
Oh yeah, no,
Going
going back to work. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, see, during all this, I haven't actually been worried about losing my job or anything. Maybe a bit naively, but I know that the government's furlough scheme only goes up until the 28th of May. So if we don't start going back to work soon, yeah, boy, might be out on the
Well, there
go.
is another slight concern for you, Liam. I hate to be the one to say it, but I feel like maybe a significant portion of your clientele may no longer be with us.
Yeah.
I tried to phrase that as politely as
You're not going
possible.
to be earning money anyway.
I mean, for those that don't know, I work in a bingo hall, and the clientele is slightly older than, you know, anywhere. It has to be said.
Just the way
Slightly
Liam likes
older
it.
than the average life.
There are
expectancy.
fossils that are younger than some of the clients that come.
But older than the average building, yeah.
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 Fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, I mean, the problem is though, if we do like a trial period of going back, I'm a bit worried that all of them are going to come back. We'll all catch the coronavirus, and then we'll all be off again for another 2
Oh,
months.
no, that'll absolutely happen.
What are you?
It will, but it will have to happen to a certain extent with the younger
Oh
people.
yeah, no, I know we're
Yeah.
going to have to go back.
The workforce is predominantly like 20 to 40-year-olds or something, right? So like
Yeah,
it should
right.
hopefully be okay if we can minimize the amount of stagger it in so that people that don't live with older people or people at risk are the first ones to come back, and then just kind of do it slowly and carefully. It'd be the best way.
No, I mean, the thought of being on dole is kind of scary, and it's a real threat that I suppose I should have thought about. And also, we're all quite lucky here that we've all got, relatively speaking, good health, compared to those elderly that we're speaking about that are going to be suffering from it. So, fair play. I just hope that I don't have to look for a new job though, because I really like my job.
Well,
you just need to become a podcaster full time then.
Me and Jay, I'm going to stop Jamie from going to go to EE. He's going to be stuck inside all day doing podcasts from home.
I mean, if you get a
I think you'll be
Patreon,
okay.
make them
That's a
big.
good question, Jamie.
Only
If you got
fans,
paid,
more like.
if you got paid the same amount to just do this once a week, would you give up EE for it?
What a stupid
What kind of
question.
question is that?
No,
Of course
but
he- yeah,
no,
it's
but
like-
he, for the most part, enjoys a lot of aspects about his job. So I wonder if he would give it up. Constantly being around his friends and that.
Well, honestly, I think he'd probably do both and get double the salary.
No,
No, like you can only do one or the other. Would you give up your job for the podcast? I don't think.
I would.
You would?
On the grounds that this could lead into other stuff, such as
Yeah.
streaming, twitching, and whatever.
Can leave for whatever
Twitching
you
and
want.
that.
You have to be funny for that.
all the young kid things like twitching and YouTubing.
Nah,
He
Tribune.
was going to be a 360 no scoper. He's bringing back the glory days on COD.
Dude, look at me right now. I look like a streamer with this
Lesbian.
microphone in that.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, shall we go on to the haircut since we've been roasting all time? Did you do that yourself, or did your mom do
No.
that?
My mom did that. I possibly, slightly, even notoriously have had medium to long hair for the past majority of my life, probably. Which is why
there's some great images out there of long-haired Euan.
which is why it's a bit of contention as to
I'll give
whether I
you
suit this haircut.
I'll give you credit. It looks better than your long hair days. You know,
What do you think?
Statement.
I'll give your mum at least this. At least it seems like a very even cut from from what I can see on the video.
Yeah.
Once again, though, the lack of a fade immediately makes it a failure.
Did by chance your mum want a daughter?
She's already got a daughter, you fucking pleb. I have a sister.
She
Does
wanted
she
to.
get a
then.
similar haircut?
I can assure you,
No,
Right, friends.
she does not.
she's made you look like a right lesbian.
Gone for you.
No two ways. No two ways.
Oh,
No two. That vest doesn't give you any help.
see, this is what the witty
This is
banter
just a
parts
shot
in the
of
song
fun,
for.
though.
What?
Like,
This is what the witty banter part of the songs, represent.
yeah, man. Show your arms, Euan.
This is like some weird fetish.
There
I'm
you go.
kidding.
Euan's never taken off that vest since lockdown started. I think.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Actually,
genuinely
that's a good point. Actually,
Same
I've only-
trackies as well.
I'm pretty sure I've only seen you wear that vest the entire time of lockdown.
It is because it's so fucking hot in here all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
it's
well,
so
what about
hot.
you
I think-
buy two vests?
Mhm.
Or just don't wear nothing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Maybe
could
they
do that.
wants to see
I
you
do
naked.
that when I'm not broadcasting myself.
Well, fuck it. Come on, get him out.
Go on, get the
Go on.
lesbian audience involved.
No, I haven't trimmed the nip area. Can't be
You sound
done.
like the toenails.
Yeah.
Right, Fergus, what about you? What have you been up to during this lockdown?
I've not really noticed there's a lockdown, mate. I've been doing fucking uni work this entire time.
You only went out to steal Jason Mraz's hat.
Yeah. This is my
Yeah,
antique
you
switch.
do have a big hipster look going for you. I'm impressed by it.
Nah, this is the hat I got from Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, I
Really?
recognised it.
Yeah, and I have the banner for it back there, and my name badge is up there.
Will you ever have a hat that fits your head? Does that product
Probably not,
exist?
no.
You can
This
make
is
a
actually
killing
an
off
angle. I think there
You
needs
get
to
a
be
bonnet. I think you'd suit a bonnet, and you can get them
Nah,
in multiple sizes.
any Liam accessory I can't wear.
Oh,
It's-
bonnet's
there's
not
no-
a Liam
I mean, I've
accessory.
had a
Come
lot
on,
of
you can't claim
accessories
that
throughout the
one.
years. I mean, you're going to struggle to find any after this point.
Can't claim the bonnet. I
It
refuse.
just helps me shop though. Like, if I look at something like, oh, Liam's wore that, then I just don't want to wear it.
It's
Then.
because I look so good, you don't want to, put
Hey, I don't want to
yourself down.
steal your unique style.
Yeah, nice. But no, I mean, like the last time you were on the pod, which was about a year and a half ago, something like
I
that.
like how you're saying the pod now. That's very
What?
trendy.
What?
Aye.
I mean, if you're a regular podcaster, you'd be in the loop of these
This is
slang
what the
words.
fans call it, the
Yeah,
pod.
I'm not up to date with the lingo.
Yeah. What was it you suggested we called our fans again? The podcast fans again? What was it, like the chatters or something shite like that?
No, it was better than that. I can't remember what it was.
I'm still
Whatever it
saying
was.
subscribers.
No. Yeah. All right, I got it actually. So you get two factions, right? One following JB,
Yeah,
and one
yeah, I
following
remember.
Liam.
That's
and
not
one
fair.
called
Everyone's
Sitters
gonna
and one
follow
called
Jamie.
Chatters.
Yeah,
So
because
you-
Jamie's the sitter and Liam's the chat.
Exactly. So the Sitters would be
Oh!
like Jamie's army,
It's
you're
a
not
fair
fucking said very
representation.
much.
We can't argue it.
and Chatters would be Liam's wee gang.
Yeah.
It would be we. There'd be me in it, and that'd be it.
Yeah,
the people
Fergus,
would come here to
which
watch
team
me.
would you join?
They
What?
would, but there'd never be an
Which-
episode with just you in it.
Which team would you join, Fergus? If
So you
you had to
think?
choose right now between the Sitters and the Chatters.
The bloods and the
See, I
cribs
love,
are
I
shaking.
love sitting and I love chatting, so it's kind of hard. Can I join the Ans, like
No.
the third group in the middle?
Like a rebel force.
So I've been a pussy Jews one.
What was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
you do have
James
to
going to
choose.
intimidate you into joining them.
Maybe I don't know. I think I like chatting where I like sitting though.
Bash.
Good. Well done. You made the right call.
Yeah, well, that's the question. Would you rather never be able to talk or never be able to sit down ever again?
Euan, when did you become the fucking host of this? I'm
No,
sorry.
but I'm not being funny, right? I would always,
About
I would choose never be able to sit down again though, because you could just
Standing
lie down.
forever.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You
found
do
a
like a
loophole.
wobble, and you just you fall down, and you can't sit.
No, wibbles wobble, but they
No,
don't.
we're not going over this. They can be fucking put down, and I will put the cunts down.
It's not physically possible.
It is possible. Jamie,
It's
do you know
not.
what a weeble wobble is?
Yes.
Aye, sure there is. It's sure it's possible to knock them down. I'm not saying it's easy, but sure you can knock the cunts down.
I'm going to say yes because Fergus never joined me.
Thank you. Yes,
But he's
And
the
that
leader of
is-
the other crew.
and that's how you solve it. But anyway,
They made fun of Jesus as well.
It's like, have you ever seen those non-spill wine glasses that just go whoop?
I don't
Yeah.
think they work though. They seem a bit unstable.
Yeah, there's that sticky cup or whatever, and the guy just punches
Aye.
it down.
Oh yeah, do you remember fucking Lewis brought one to one of my parties, and he was just like, "Look, guys, it doesn't fall over." And Greg McMillan just punched it and just went flying across the table.
Now, see, if
Anyway.
at the bottom of a weeble wobble, it wouldn't fall down.
Nah, shut up. I'm right. You're wrong. Nah, but since you're
Sure.
last on the pod, if you don't mind me saying, I know you hate the fact that I point out, but yeah, I've done pretty well for yourself, I think. You've really thrown yourself into a lot of projects, because I can see in the background you've got Aurora that's sitting there. Do you want to tell the audience about that?
That's Aurora.
No, that is really sweet though. Please elaborate.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the poster for one of like our first game we made together, like me and my team, and we went and it was
So
like a
just
little
sorry, just before you go on, it's a game design that you do, yeah. For
I do the 3D art and
3D
level
modeling.
design.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do a lot more roles than that, especially on our last project. But this was our first one, and we done it over the summer, and it was like a nice wee summer thing. And then in October, we got to bring the game down to London and EGX, the big gaming convention, and show. It was a lot of fun. But that's about it.
Is it being released on
I
Steam
mean,
at any point? Or what?
I mean, you're kind of
No.
underselling yourself a bit, because then you have to go up against other people in a competition.
Oh, hang on, there's a pop-up.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Please continue.
I love when this happens in the podcast. Yeah, well, it was a competition to get in, at least, like to actually start, like to break through it, and then we got through. There was another team that had a similar game to ours, and then we got in and they didn't, and then then we made it, and then this poster's from when we had our first exhibition. It wasn't just us; it was everyone's game in Dundee. We showed it off, and then in London we went down and showed it off. Actually, it was in that Excel Centre, which has now been used as a hospital for coronavirus people. So it's full circle, tied it all back.
No, I think you done really well. And so the whole game, the idea, the name, the design, so that was all you and your team, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like no real external help, did you? It was all
No,
you.
it was just our team. Yeah, I came up with the name, but I didn't want it to be called this. It was just the name of that character, and then we just kept saying it like over and over, and it just ended up being that.
Nah, you
You
done
punched
well
them.
as well to make. Do you remember the old EDF energy adverts with like the blue thing that jumped around on the screen? I always thought it looked a bit. Yeah, aye, it looks a bit like that. I always thought.
Yeah, aye. There's a new Pixar film coming out called Soul. That's just straight up ripped off our design. Like,
Do
if
you
you
reckon
see
they were
all
at that EJX convention? Do you reckon they were
Yeah.
spying on you?
They ripped off your
Probably.
design of anthropomorphic blob.
yeah, because
That's from the British Gas adverts.
Yeah, I literally just said that before you came
Did you
back.
actually?
Yeah.
this is green. Okay, that one's blue. It was totally different design.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
I would
had
rank that
idea first,
advert as-
didn't you?
One of the best.
No, but like I think you've undersold yourself, because if you don't mind me saying, I think the last time you were on the pod, and I've told you this before anyway, but I think you sort of were at like kind of a point where you're in kind of a rut, if you don't mind me saying, in the sense of you liked what you're doing, but you weren't really either able to take it to the next level, or you yourself weren't confident enough to like push yourself a bit, and and then the last sort of year, you've really sort of like, you've done that game, you've been working really hard with university stuff, and all this stuff that you put up on Twitter and Instagram and that always look really impressive, and it makes me kind of jealous actually that I can't do stuff like that. So I want to
Thanks.
take my hat off to you for someone that, you know, takes their time and effort and shows that if you have a bit of talent and, you know, you really push yourself, you can go quite far with it.
I wouldn't say it's talent though. It's not. There's no talent about it. It's just
It definitely
effort.
is.
And
Definitely
talent can only take you so far. It's just because I'm putting in the work now. Because see, for our module, what I was just doing then, for our last game, photography, I was like I was in every day, like working like 15, 16-hour days to get the work done, and I pulled an all-nighter at the end to get everything in at the end. So that it's not talent. I think anyone can do it. It's a lot more accessible than people think. I think the industry like to think it's like super secret. Like no one can do it just because I'm so cool, and that's not real at all. Anyone can pick it up, and it's just it's good. I think this is just a good medium though for me, because I just like to create things, like, and everything I do, I just like to build things and make it look cool as fuck, and it's just another way to do that.
Dude, like it seems to me that whole area, like there's a certain baseline of creative talent that you'd need inherently, which
No,
you
I
obviously
don't
have.
think so.
And
I'd
then
say all the people I work with say they're not creative at all. Like,
well,
because there's these people that are
Humble
called
brag.
no, genuinely, like it makes it sound like it's some kind of like mystical job that no one can do.
I just think you have to be a certain type of person to get started, and then out of those certain type of people, only the people that really try and go for it and are passionate about it, like yourself, can actually get anywhere with it. But
maybe
there will be some people that wouldn't be able to even get started at all, just because they just don't have that imagination or something, you know.
It's not easy though to get started, is it? It's not like other degrees. I said, like, so for example, like for me, okay, camera equipment costs a lot, but everyone has a smartphone these days, and they're able to make something, you know, off a smartphone. But with all the computer software, providing if you're not going to uni, it'll cost quite a lot to just even get started, won't it?
There's variants. I can list them out right now, and I'll just like just destroy my whole job, my whole magic. So there's what I use for 3D modeling is called Maya. That's about $1,300 a year, but because I've got a student account, that's free for me. But there's a software called Blender, which is becoming industry standard. That's really great. All the game engines are free. Unity and Unreal, they're both free for anyone to use, and there's plenty of resources out there on the internet. Like a lot of games jobs out there aren't actually totally bothered about a degree. Like usually in the requirements, they're just like, if you're good at it, then you're good.
But how do they, I suppose, determine that you're good at it or not? Because, I mean, usually a degree is the standard that you're judged on by if you're good or something.
That's why, because mine's is art-based, your portfolios are so important. So I've got my own portfolio, and that's like, it helps you just, that's what they judge you off, basically. That's your portfolio is what your work and what
shows
you
your style, right? Rather than experience, it's your personal and style and approach to artistic stuff. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Aye.
Yeah. No, fair play. However, though, well, I, have praised you. I'm now going to take that all back now because you held up a mug earlier. Do you mind doing that again? A second.
Yeah. My apple juice.
Yeah, it's a lovely design on there. What's that? Fuck's sake, he's ruined it. There's a lovely design on it.
It's flipped. So
it's right, okay, yeah, I know. What's that logo in there? What's that from?
I think it's sitting and chatting right in there.
Ah, yeah, nice.
It's playback.
I'm
going. And it's back. Playback.
I'm going to pull you up on this. What's happened to playback? Will it ever come back?
What do you mean what happened to playback?
Listen, you're always, when you just started uni, your excuse was, so for those that don't know, Playback's Texas channel that gets one upload a year now if we're lucky.
Uh-huh.
And, just at the point where he started making good videos, just at the point, he quit on it. And it's annoyed my group of friends. And the
I would.
reason, and the reason why, and to be fair, you gave a good reason to start with why you weren't uploading, was because it was, you had, oh, what do you call it? Yeah, you're like just moved into dorms and you didn't want to seem like that weird guy recording YouTube videos in the room, which I understand. You live with Liz now, so what's your excuse?
She is actually just behind this wall watching. She's not watching Star Wars anymore, but she probably can hear everything I say.
Yeah, but what's your excuse to not filming anymore? Is it just you've lost the love for it, or what happened?
I wouldn't say I lost the love for it though. I would say that it's like at the time, like I think I'd done enough work into it. Like I realized that the videos that I'm making, I wasn't like liking them. Like the thing is, because I think it's hard. Like I don't watch any solo YouTubers anymore because they just bore me. I only watch like groups of pals do stuff and that. And I think because I don't like that to watch that stuff, I probably wouldn't like to make that stuff as well. And I think back in then, what I was saying earlier about this work, it's like a good creative medium for me. And I think that's what I had with playback, because I could just shovel all my creativity into making videos.
Find a better output for your creative juices.
Yeah, I shove all my creative juices into playback, and now I've got other places to shove them. So I think it's more of just evolving. I think I still love like making stuff. I recorded a few videos like a bit ago, but I've not edited them because at the time last year I had a big editing job for an actual company, making all the the fun top tens and like the nudie clickbaiting.
Do you wanna get into that for a minute? How did you end up with that job then?
I applied for it, and then because I had on my CV, I had like 6 years of editing experience doing playback. They're like, aye. And then I got in from that.
Did they watch any playback videos and ask what you edited? Or?
I have no idea. The channel just started as well, so I think they were desperate for folks, so they just took me. And then it was real funny as well because
what was the channel called again? Sorry,
I don't think I'll name names because
come on.
No,
I feel like I signed a contract and I can't remember.
Yeah, no, okay, don't.
Could be slander legally.
Yeah. But I worked for this channel for 9 months, I think 10 months maybe, and it was like a freelance basis work, so they could cut me at any time. And I remember I was sitting in uni talking with some friends, and I just got an email on my phone that was like, "Aye, you're fucking cut," and I was like, "That's funny," and then that was it over.
Nice.
So I wrote the phone.
Do you think a lot of editors go through similar pain to you in that regard?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like because I've been looking for a lot of editor jobs just because it's something I'm good at. And I think I applied for another big one, What Culture. They were exactly the same.
Classic What Culture.
Yeah, and I nearly got into that as well. I think I just fucked up because I was heading to London like the day after, and I wanted to rush it out and get it done, and I don't think I got in from that way. But I think it's a thing a lot of people go through, like a lot of editors. I think it's the work out there because it gets banked, baby. I think my top 3 videos have about 2.5 million views on that channel.
For each or in total?
No, just as total. I think one of them's like over 1 million, and then the next one's 1 million, and it drops.
What's that? Probably about £1,000 worth of AdSense.
You're the YouTuber, you tell me.
What were the top tens of?
It'll be about 1,000.
I don't think I'm allowed to say, but
yeah, you can say the category of what they're about. Don't worry about it.
They were like, it was just pop culture stuff. I think one was about Nickelodeon things, and the other 2 are about Marvel things.
Top 10 Thor hairstyles.
Nah,
Number 1.
I've got an
editing job for you. What?
I've got an editing job for you.
I thought Dylan was doing that for you.
Nah, but if we've got a playback, you know what I'm saying?
If you're paying now, I'm all there.
Oh, mate.
You got £90 per video to pay.
7 shillings, mate. Sorted.
I'm all right then.
That's your like, mate.
Are you not going to be editing this podcast to put loads of special effects in it?
I wish I could, honestly.
I'll think about it.
Are you starting to?
What?
What did you say?
You're saying you're editing stuff. Is it just for this channel? Are you starting your own solo brand?
No. I've got back as Liam was saying, back in my quick scope and trick shotting days. I'm reunited with it, shall we say? And I'm bringing it a dual Taj. So it needs edited, but we do have somebody that's doing it. But
I have in my
just about to sack Dylan live on the podcast.
No.
I've seen one montage in my life, so I think I'm pretty good at it.
What did you say?
I've edited one montage in my life, so I'm pretty good at it.
I'd need to see it first.
Nah.
How old's the montage? Is it what, about 8, 9 years old?
It was around that Penthex era where I was just, and it was for his like clan, his like Angels clan. That was funny.
I will not show you right now, obviously, but I've got a montage in which it would be based off of, and it's
that was, you've done research into what type of
montage. That was 5 years ago. 5
Right.
years ago. So if you can compete with editing there, then fair enough.
Does it have dubstep in it? Blah blah blah.
Mom,
get the camera.
I'm going to put this out here, right? I'm going to sound like such a boomer at this point, okay? But one of my I won't say who it is, okay? But someone I know does that. Some sort of trick shot, Call of Duty, quick scoping sort of style videos.
Is it me?
And he moves so fucking fast, even when he slows it down to the absolute maximum speed. I still have no idea what is fucking happening on screen. So it's just like, all right, cool. I ken that you've absolutely by chance flicked that, but I don't know. It seems like such shite content if you can't even see what's happening.
Trick shotting is luck based, but there's a skill aspect to doing all the mad shit that they do.
But I just don't think it's that entertaining, to be honest.
Oh, just that he like points on the map that you know where to stand and the range of.
No. Like, if you see the last person in search and destroy, you're obviously going to base your trick shot off where he is. But it's total luck if you hit it, because it's a no scope at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, you can get your mate to play on the other team, and then they go stand at a certain point, and then
But I mean, that's what's called in the world.
No scope at the end of the day, isn't it?
It's no scope at the end of the day, isn't it? That's it, pretty much. Yeah. Now the other aspect, the sniping aspect, is a lot better. Feeding is what it's called. That's what I'm doing. Feeding is where the kill feed is just your name several times.
Feeds, yeah.
No, feeding's already a thing. Feeding is when you get your mate on the other team and they feed you kills.
Yeah, that's boosting.
That's boosting your spanner.
Oh, that's boosting.
Come on now, keep up to date with the lingo.
Wow,
I haven't been in an Xbox Live party for about fucking 8 years.
That's fucking sad. Like,
I know, I miss the good old days. Speaking of which, there's something that we're all been playing still to keep ourselves entertained. Warzone.
Animal Crossing. Yeah, Warzone. Yeah.
Jamie, how many wins are you on now?
Oh, fuck off, I hate it.
I thought you were playing it most nights still.
No. See, the thing is, like, I play it when Dylan wants to play it because he fucking can't get enough of it. But the difference is, I play it now on like a almost 17 sensitivity because of sniping, and you need to be quick, bang, 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 all the other joint. But with Warzone, I'm used to just rapid quick scoping, one shot, one kills. That as soon as you start fucking shooting somebody with a gun on 17 sensitivity, it's bad. Like, I start shooting at the floor and back up again. 17 is 3 off the top.
So wait, how many wins do you have in total?
Oh, none.
None. Right, okay. Oh god, I thought you were going to be good at it. So I was leading into, because I've only won twice.
No, only in comparison to me is mad.
Well, how many games have you played of it though? Here's the difference.
I don't know. I'd say near on maybe 50.
Yeah, see, I probably.
They do call Liam the Gulag Gremlin.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Not anymore, mate. I've lost the talent. I've played now. I think 120 games.
Oh, it's mad.
I must be around that total now. Something.
I could check, to be fair. My PlayStation is on, but I can't.
Yeah, you've overtaken me now.
Have I?
I've not been playing it in ages.
I don't know.
Do you still play PS or?
I'm doing on Xbox.
That's a tramp move.
I've still got my Xbox, but I've still got my PlayStation. We only use it for FIFA these days.
Got the same fucking hardware in it. Realize this. It's the
Yeah, I know.
same shit.
Listen, your PC
But,
non-speak on it.
but here's the thing, though, right, Euan? I won. No way, I didn't
I
win.
could be
What
playing COD
happened?
right now, and you wouldn't even know.
I got given £200 for something. I can't remember what the reason was. I had £200 lying about. And I thought, and it was just after I finished my second year of college, and I thought, do you know what? I've earned myself a treat here. I'm going to buy myself an Xbox.
I know. I was with you, you fucking son of a bitch.
Well,
Went into Toys R Us, and you're like, "I'll get one from here."
Oh my!
Back in the
Total lost
day,
cunt.
back in the day when fucking Toys R Us existed, I forgot about that. Poor Chris Laird.
Is it gone? Oh, mate.
Yeah, did you not? It died about 2 years ago, I think.
Do you not see Chris's Facebook post? It had
Oh,
like
no, I
a cake,
remember that.
and it
aye.
said like, "I'll always be a Toys R Us kid" on it.
I remember the photo of
Beautiful.
him he put up that his name tag said Tinky Winky on it. I've saved that.
That's borderline workplace sexual harassment.
Yeah. Winky Tinky.
Nah, so have used to learn any skills during quarantine then?
I picked up guitar again.
Wow.
How's it going?
Well, shade, did you not hear at the start?
Well, obviously that was a meme. It's going all right. It's going all right.
Can you play Smoke on the Water? No,
Play the
do
theme
not
tune again.
do not play theme tune again. Can you play
Play one more
Yankee
time.
Doodle?
Yeah, but I've been able to play Yankee Doodle since we were like 12 years old.
I know, but some people forget the skill. This boy. Actually, I don't know, mate. If I picked up a guitar, I might be able to remember just
I
from muscle
think you
memory.
probably would, to be honest with you. I actually got some new sliders recently.
Oh no!
Sliders.
We asked for a
That's it.
skill.
Yeah. You know the blues guitarists that have the metal like things. Hang
So
on.
you're not talking about Gucci flip flops?
He's going to show us anyway.
Burgers.
Let's
No,
see what
it's
you're
taking up-
talking
These
about.
boys. They look like
Oh, the thing that you wrap around your finger, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you expect that, Fergus?
The three music experts in the call were really able to
Aye.
give notification towards that, weren't they?
Picked up my piano.
When the fuck did you have a
Oh,
keyboard?
piano.
I got it for Christmas, but I don't know. Music's too hard to read, so.
Dude, I don't read
There's
actual music.
definitely-
Are you crazy?
Aye.
You
That's
just
I
read
see after
tablature.
uni's done. That's where I'm going next.
So, Fergus, now that you're how long away from finishing uni? You must only be a week now, roughly, aren't you?
I'm 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right?
What, and then you're done forever?
Then I'm done forever until next September, October.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, do you go, has it been set in stone that you go back again in September, or are they just waiting to see what happens?
They actually, I don't know. I'm not really keeping my attention onto it, but they said that I think we go back like late October. I think.
Rather hope.
I hope. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's supposed to be late September, and I think they've pushed it back even there.
Right.
So I'm not too sure.
No?
yeah. I was actually meant to be starting college this year.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, were you on the podcast when you knew that last time? I don't think you were you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, this is a very recent thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
right. Do you want to tell the audience what you're going to be up to then?
Don't think they honestly give it a shit. But
I mean,
sure.
if they're listening this far, they must be
I give
interested.
a shit. Yeah. I give a
Thanks,
shit.
man. I'm gonna be doing the same thing Liam did, digital media.
Oh.
Whoa.
No, it's just the same thing Liam did. Just that phrase is just echoes danger.
It's like
Fuck
he's
off.
the
Fuck off.
he's the brave expedition leader, and I'm just following in his footsteps.
You're not actually doing the same course as me per se. You're doing James's.
No,
aren't you?
it's different. It's a different course, but it's the same kind of area.
Yeah. Did you
That'd
get
be
any?
fun as fuck, like.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah. If it's still the same, at least. That's the
Yeah.
hope.
Hmm?
Nah. So so
That's
have you
gonna be
been told
fun.
that it's starting later, or have you not been told anything yet?
I just got an email. I don't even have a start date to begin with. They didn't tell me. They just said, "Well done, you're in," and that's it. Didn't tell me when it's going to
Well
start.
done. You're part of
Like, did you get an
college.
email that was like, "This is when it starts" in that? Or?
Yeah, you typically get an email with like your log, like your username, and then it tells you where to be, what room, and what
Man,
day
it
and
might have
time.
started already, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Aye, they're currently in college.
Yeah,
Just
shit.
absolutely, they're completely fucking.
I mean, that's what happened when I was in HND in college. That we went to holiday on Ely, and I think the day after Ely ended, when I got to Dundee, a course that I was on had already been gone for a week.
Wait,
And you just didn't
hold
know
on.
that,
You
or-
went on holiday with us instead of going to college when you're meant to, or did you
No,
just get
no,
days
it was. I done an extra higher maths course because I needed that to get into uni, and applied for it. And then the process and just apparently took a lot of time because then I was like, right, you're in. Was like I got that phone call while I was in Ely, and it was like, yeah,
That's
the
it.
class
Those are the only words they said. Just run
Yep,
away.
you're in.
You're in.
like
The
some
class
sort
Class
of
has been going
spy?
for a year.
Sorry, guys. I need to pee really bad. I'll be back. in a minute.
Disgraceful behaviour.
This is a fun podcast. Everyone's just going and coming back.
No, you see see why I'm going is because there's 4 wee retards outside screaming and shouting in my street. It's 2 wee boys and 2 wee lassies, and I think to myself, like, fucking, got parents, why are they not telling you to stay in the house? But
Did you go and bat them?
no, I went to the window and said, shut the fuck up. And then I go, who the fuck are you talking to?
Classic. Dealing with the wee bams. The
So
privilege.
that's why I've been dipping in and out. But
Nah, it's fine. Jamie wasn't even worried about their health and safety. They were worried the mic might pick them up and ruin the podcast.
exactly.
Have you seen a lot of that? Because I said to you on the podcast that it seemed pretty normal. Like it seems almost pretty normal right now.
Aye.
At least.
Kids are going out far too much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Like-
What's it like in your estate, Fergus? Is there just kids out all the time playing?
well, I'll tell you, there's fucking trampolines popping up every fucking left and right, and I can't fucking use any of them. Across the street, in the back garden, 2 trampolines have came up. Then one at the back of our garden's cropped up, and then a massive one out the front in the car park is cropped out. Like if I had that like outside, like if I was in the same angle, I'd jump out my window into it. It's so big, it looks fucking great. But
Do you still have a garden space? Why don't you just get one? If you're jealous.
I mean, it's out the back. It's shared garden, and that's a bit dangerous.
Why, you're scared that you're going to come out one day and see a junkie shooting up on it?
Maybe, possibly. Also, I just hate like long grass, and I'd want to cut it, but then it's like then I feel like it's my. I'm all right. I'm all right.
I mean, isn't it kind of your shared job anyway? Since it's sharing
Nah,
the joys of living in an estate with a garden and no one wants to cut the grass. To be fair
There's a
though,
lot
where'd you
of-
put a lawnmower? There's actually no space anyway.
exactly. Aye. There's a lot of youths about smoking weed and still hanging about, breaking the 2 meter rule. So
Nice. I mean, it's fine if they had those like big long like smoking pens. If they had those, then it would be fine. Obviously.
You have to socially distance from your own cigarette.
if it's from
Nah,
the same household, then it's fine. But
see, today actually, my dad came to pick up my bike. He was borrowing for a wee while, and I like left it outside, and I was standing at the top of the stairs, and then he came and picked it up, and then some guy just came by and was like, "What are you doing?" So I'm picking up a bike, and he's just like, "You can't be near each other. Right? It's like clearly 2 meters away, mate." And he's like, all right, just making sure, no worries.
No,
Just
but that's
fucked
good
off.
though.
No, I mean it's fine. Like I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that couldn't you see that we were standing 2 meters apart and taking precautions, sort of thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's getting to the point now where like it's not just Waynesville that I see out and about. It's adults as well.
There's
Yeah,
people
yeah,
everywhere. It's
yeah.
almost like back to normal shit now. It's not.
yeah, if you didn't know like yourself and you just went outside, you wouldn't know. You
I
wouldn't
know. No,
Thing is, I wouldn't-
it's pissing me off though, because obviously, like, I haven't seen you guys. And I mean, to be honest, I've been talking to you more now than I ever have. But I mean,
That's
I've
fair.
seen you in person now for coming up 2 months now, which is a long fucking time.
fun.
I know.
Yeah.
I
It's
miss
going to
the
be
pub.
more than double that until we're back.
Nah, I don't say that.
Mhm.
Nah, what's like the number one thing that you've missed though, like from from like this whole like lockdown, and don't say like family and friends. Those are too easy, like get out of jail cards. What's like a normal day like life, and you wouldn't have maybe necessarily thought you would miss, but now you're missing a lot.
Pub.
Pub, yeah.
Pub.
Aye.
It is the pub.
I think it's just because I've got work taking up all my life anyway. I don't think being outside would have helped any of that. So
Yeah. There's
I don't know.
I don't think there's as much a difference in my life as there is with a lot of people's, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
it's not a great. I mean, well, not that it's for me because I'm not sitting inside a bingo hall for most of my days. But I mean,
Dude,
I
You know-
think if there wasn't a quarantine, we'd have already went to Burnt Island by now.
I'm
Oh, for
so
sure, yeah.
fucking raging that we can't go.
dude.
Go and
Maybe
repeat that
when
sentence.
we can meet up in groups of 10,
Uh,
we can go.
Yeah.
No, repeat that sentence, but say it correctly.
no, he's not saying it properly. You don't
Well,
understand.
Burnt
the
Island.
Island, the beach.
Burnt Island, yeah.
Dude, we took the sat nav, and when we got there, it said Burnt Island.
No, I don't
Yeah.
care. Say it correctly.
No, it's a meme. You went on sand, you weren't there.
But I was never
Um,
invited out.
I know.
I mean,
I've got
I mean, were you a big
Fun,
fan
so
of the
good.
beach, Jamie? Are you a big fan?
Oh, absolutely. Sat with my boss it, yes, aye.
Mhm.
Do you know what? I'll bring you along for that. Just see you get arrested.
Aye, fair enough.
I have another thing that's just come to me.
What?
So another thing that annoys me about this lockdown is that a few weeks prior, I passed my driving test and got a car. And now I can't go anywhere
I
except
mean,
I went
can
to
go out
Perth
for a
a couple of
drive.
days ago.
you can go out.
No,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
allowed to.
Well, you can go out for the shops. You can just be that shops in like Dundee. You can just go and drive way out.
No, like, isn't it? I swear it would be
No,
fine if, like, you went like
No.
away from. Is it not? Is that
No,
still
it's not all right.
It's got to
Mainly
be an essential trip.
because one of the reasons for that is because if you get into an accident, you're just putting more strain on the NHS than you
Yeah.
really have.
Yeah, that's fair. What about
Yeah.
then, though? You can use it to drive a wee bit out of the city, and then you can go for a walk somewhere, get your exercise, and you're away from the people.
You're not meant to do that either.
Like sad.
Well,
Wait, were you
you
been
would,
driving a boot?
No, I haven't been about. I don't have money for
I'm-
the petrol right now.
to be fair, I drove today to then go to the AstroTurf, which
What
I
you at the
suppose
AstroTurf for?
what?
What you at the AstroTurf for?
Just to kick a ball, get a bit of fucking leg movement.
What, the Beechwood one?
Nah, the one at aye, Sullen High.
Are those gates open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Every
I
gate's
suppose.
open for Jabba.
Bashes his way.
He knows. No, it's open. They left it open on the grounds that people need to exercise.
Fair play.
You could do 2 metre distance long passes, can't you?
Aye,
Yeah,
if you're
sure,
fucking
good.
hand sanitising the ball after you punted it to them.
No, you don't punt it, you weirdly. You use your feet. I don't know if you've watched football. Don't know how they do it up in Aberdeen, but you use your feet, a fucking retard.
Up in
I
Aberdeen,
mean-
they have got hands for feet.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Whatever
we're
they
Fifers,
are,
none of this insult slagging.
I can say that because I was born there. You guys are.
No,
allowed to say-
you were born in Stonehaven. There's a difference, isn't there? Or,
No, I lived in Stonehaven. There's no hospital
Ah.
there. There's Aberdeen.
I mean, you seem like the kind of boy that would have just been born in like a barn.
Yeah,
Nah,
it
yeah,
was
no.
like our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You mean? Sounds
Yeah,
pretty
because you're a big religious man, aren't you, Ian?
No, but I could be the real Jesus.
Yeah,
He probably wasn't religious either.
No wonder the world's disappointed then.
I don't think Jesus would describe himself as a Christian, and neither do I.
Right,
Yeah, huge.
moving on. Jamie had a wee game that he wanted to play with you.
Oh, wow.
See, normally
I
I'd be like,
yeah,
that sounds
TikTok
cool,
will be
but
like-
with Jabba, I'm like,
Yes, you're right. It's
all
strip poker.
situation.
Are we going to
First one to
TikTok
get
it?
their balls out
Balls.
once.
Don't fucking test me. I'll do
No, we're not doing no fucking TikTok. Shut up.
And
Fergus.
then we take the thing, and then like, whoa.
Actually, yeah, Fergus, just before we go on, I want to see your best TikTok dance for the podcast.
Fuck off.
No, come on, do it.
That's it.
Do
There
it for
you
the
go.
fans.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah,
Aye.
no, please.
What are
let's have it.
TikTok dances?
I don't know, just no, it has to be like
Yeah.
standing up. You have to be like standing up. I want to see this.
Right, I'll stand up.
I want to see the footwork. I want to see him just jiggle.
There we
Shuffle,
go.
shuffle.
TikTok. That's what the kids are doing right now.
You're a disappointment.
No, I totally rate that. Well done.
Aye.
I do. I rate it.
Thank you, Jamie.
Right, can you both hear me crystal clear and perfectly?
Aye.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, fucking Alexa fucking can hear me, by the way.
What the
Alexa was
fuck,
giving me
man?
all
That
sorts
was
of shit there.
spooky.
That was fucking weird.
Alexa.
She's off, it's fine.
Ah.
Right,
Alexa.
what we're going to do, right, is I prepared a wee quiz for the two of you.
Some might call it.
Oh,
the
it's not
quarantine
the one
quiz.
you do normally, is it? With the timing and the words.
No, it's not that, because you're shite at it. And
I have the high score, you fucking tramp.
I'm fairly sure I have the highest score.
is that no? You've not, and it's
I
astonishing
mean,
how
you're what, fifth Fergus at the moment?
Aye, not in points, just in like being a fucking cool guy. That's the highest score.
I'm the
feel
highest
like-
score in that.
I feel like we should just put him at the call for this. No, it's not that quiz, Euan, but it's the quarantine quiz, is what we're calling it.
Oh wait, hang on. We did this. We discussed this with Liam ages ago. Weren't you going to do
This
this?
isn't that. This isn't
I would
that.
like to point out
No.
that
No,
myself and James
no,
already
no,
done a quarantine quiz.
no.
And
Wait, is that name
Liam's
being
gonna
baited?
upload it.
What?
No, right. It's
Liam's
I
gonna
prepared
upload
a quiz of 5 questions. Euan against Fergus, Fergus against Euan, whatever you want to say.
it. Okay.
You're going to go against each other. You need to make a buzzer noise, right? And the winner takes nothing.
No. The winner gets the
Doesn't
first
sense.
name. Gets to be the first name in the title. How about that?
Oh, you're a fucker, by the way. Right, fair enough.
There's all to play for right now. The clout, the recognition, everything.
Are you
I'll put
prepared?
you name first because it's just alphabetical. Sounds better.
Yeah, but no. Shut up. Vowels.
That's not the game.
Right, make your buzzer noises and let's hear them. You and you first.
Woo.
Fergus.
No, I can go again. Hang on. Let me have another try. How's that?
Right, good luck doing that every time. Fergus.
What do you fucking want from me, Jabba? Honestly, just say make a buzzer noise. What kind of buzzer noise?
Just beep. Some of that.
Honk.
Right. Fergus, what's yours?
Liam, what's mine?
Rough.
It's pretty rough, like.
Yeah.
I never thought this would be the hardest part.
Is this
Yeah, I
question
know.
one?
Who wins?
Mine's honk. I'm just gonna say
Right,
the word.
honk, that's locked in. You can't change that. Right, come on, Fergus.
I'm gonna say brat. There you go.
Well,
That's locked in. You cannot change that either.
I can't even roll my R's. That's a honk.
Right, are you ready?
Righty.
Honk.
Wait, is it
Yes.
5 questions that we both answer, or is it 10?
No. It's 5 questions, and you need to buzz in, and whoever answers. Sorry.
What's to stop us just buzzing immediately, regardless?
Well, you need to answer it within 5 seconds, don't you? And if you don't know
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right, fair dues. So, who has the most UK number ones?
Honk. What, like of all time? What?
Yep. All time.
Fucking. Is it?
One.
Rihanna?
Nah. Fergus, you got a guess?
It's the Queen because she's old and goes to the toilet a lot.
Yeah, right. So that's also incorrect. I can put it up for a free for all if you want.
Is
I
it
don't
Ed
think
Sheeran?
Yeah.
Nope.
Is it Queen the band?
Nope.
Lawrence
Is it-
Capaldi.
Take
Nope.
that.
Robbie Williams.
Michael
Robbie
Jackson.
Nope.
UK. Adele.
Nope.
Uh,
The question's
Island.
gone.
Stone-
No, the
what was
question's
the
gone.
answer? What was the answer?
I'll tell you the answer. It's Elvis Presley.
UK.
UK.
No, yeah, that makes sense. He's
Fair
like
enough,
the
lad.
best-selling artist of all time.
Yeah.
I've
someone
heard
else
it
was.
somewhere.
You should have said that then, shouldn't you?
Well,
Right, this
20/20
one-
hindsight.
Right, this one's I think you'll both get. How many US presidents have been shot?
Honk.
Right.
2.
Wrong.
Fuck.
Fergus.
3.
Wrong. Free for all.
I
No,
thought it was
fuck.
JFK and Lincoln
And Teddy as well.
and Teddy. So at least
Right, so you're missing one.
4.
I mean, I already said it's away.
Yeah.
You're a fucking pish at this, you know.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure I mentioned earlier I was born in Aberdeen, not fucking Texas.
No fucking cunt care, shut up.
Well,
Right.
who were the presidents?
Question 3. I have no idea there was 4 though.
Yeah, you.
I didn't actually name them. I just wanted the fucking answer. Right. What year was the car invented?
Honk 1913. No, it was way
Wrong.
before that. 1904.
Also wrong.
Fuck.
Fergus.
The car.
First car.
1895.
Oof, very close. It's 1888. 1885.
85.
years.
Oh.
That car must
85.
have been absolute trash.
I think you should give him half a point for that. You know, he's pretty close.
I mean,
No, fuck off.
if you
What?
want.
10 years. It's not close.
Aye, but to be fair, it was
Closer than
10 years
fucking
now.
20, mate.
You said
Also-
1915 to
I
begin.
didn't say I was close.
Right, this one's easy. It's just literally
quick note. That car is actually better than Liam's current one.
Yeah.
For all,
I was trying to think of a Liam's
He's
car
got a
joke.
Citroen Picanto, mate. They chat shit.
it's a Citroen Picasso.
Whatever. Shite painter,
Right.
shite car.
This is easy. This is whoever buzzes in first, pretty
Okay.
much. I've lost the question. Bear with me. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, I've definitely lost the question. Bear with me.
Can you not remember what it was?
Oh, right, here we go. Name as many states starting with a T that's in the US.
Honk, Texas. Is that it?
No,
Well, these
Yes.
are American questions.
Tennessee.
there you go.
Is that it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you named the only two
Oh,
there
I
is.
love that, mate.
Right, fine. I'll take it away from America for fuck's sake, right? So, by the way, just to clarify, Euan is 1-0 up.
So this is the
And-
fifth question.
This is the last question. So,
Okay.
If
This is how
Fergus
bad it's been.
equalises, so you're going to have to do a decider.
oh, I'm absolutely fine with that. Right.
How do
Mm,
you spell
I'm good at that one.
America? How big is America?
What does the U stand for?
Right,
You-
What
Here we
is
go.
my fetish? It's America.
The final question is, and by the way, I'm going to give it to whoever's within 5% of the correct answer, right? What percent of the
Percent.
Earth is desert?
Honk, fucking like 20%, maybe? No, it's
Wrong.
less than that. Maybe like 10-15%.
You've already said your answer, and you're
Alright,
wrong.
fine, 20%.
Prick. Fergus.
Wait, did you say nearest 5% then?
Yes.
All right, Brat. I'll say
Hurry the fuck up.
15.
Wrong. Oh my god. This is actually hard to bear.
So with a score
What is
of
it? Is it
1,
like 2%?
the
or
winner
something?
is...
Well, what was the desert?
33%.
Really?
Nah.
Fuck's sake, are you? 'Cause
Wait,
that's
so you're telling me
Antarctica.
75? No, that doesn't make any sense because 75% of the world is water. So how
No,
can
30.
33% be
33% is
desert?
desert.
That doesn't make any sense.
33% is desert.
That
Shut the
is
fuck up.
Physically impossible. Where are you getting your facts?
I'm glad you're not coming on this again, you know that?
You're a trash quiz man.
Well, you're a fucking lesbian.
Liar.
Yeah, let's say
Motherfucker's
one
obsessed with
question,
America.
double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. One more.
Are you really that annoyed at this, aye?
I'm not. I'm
How
just trying to
much
keep it
sand
on.
is in America?
Hey, wait, hold on. I'll get another one.
You just got to Google quiz question.
No. I've got a whole list of them here just so you.
You got any football ones?
I do actually. Aye, do you want me to hit them with it?
Fuck off. No.
Neither of us will know, guaranteed.
Nah, I mean I think I could. Right now, here's one. Here's a sports question. Right, you ready? Which popular fitness method was created by a German?
I mean, I don't even get that.
Go on.
Race wars.
Football related.
No football, sport in general.
Germans
Brat.
are
Go on,
Cycling.
answer. Nope.
what popular exercise invented by Germans?
So it's a sports method. Bear that in mind. So I could be like open your eyes to new things here.
It's
Is
gonna be
that, is
like,
that a hint? Is that a hint?
No, it's not a hint. Right,
It's
here's a
like a
clue.
boss
It's
scene.
Is
that,
it motor racing?
it starts with a P.
Pissing.
Push-ups.
Liam, this was probably the worst idea ever.
Parasailing.
Punching.
Do you know what, Jamie? I rate you for trying to come up with this idea. It's just not been executed.
Pantomime.
I didn't expect to have two retards answering questions, to be fair. It's Pilates.
Parkour.
Pilates. Ah,
Oh.
Yep.
wow.
Yes.
Right, well, I think
Double
that
nothing.
settles.
Next question.
No, I think it settles it.
You fucked up your double and nothing.
I win with a grand total of 1 point.
1 point.
It's
Aye.
pretty epic.
Fucking-
There is,
Name.
however, one more game we need to play before we finish up for the day. And, well, Euan, unfortunately, you've had your one go already to go back up on the leaderboard. And, you know, you took it very well. You're now on top with quickfire. But Fergus,
Why did you say
turn.
unfortunately then?
Because you don't get another chance to extend your run.
Oh.
But Fergus, you've still only had one shot, and you're currently sitting in 5th right now. You could beat Euan live on call and rub it
I feel
in
like
his
there'll
face.
be a bit of a delay, so it won't be as good as it would be in person, but I'm still up for it.
I'm glad to hear. Right, Fergus, you're actually, Jamie, would you do the grand reveal, please, of explaining how the game works to the audience?
Ooh, big review.
You're telling me he's not watched this and doesn't know? Unbelievable.
Played it.
Right. So Liam's going to give you a letter, okay? You can reroll the letter once, but what you have to do with that letter is Liam's going to read out topics to you, such as toiletries, right? And say your letter was B, you would then say bathtub. I mean, it's not, but there you go. Things in the toilet, let's go with, right? You say bathtub,
I'll put a bath in the toilet.
he'll accept that or he'll pass it depending on how stupid your answer is. The
Uh,
idea is don't get a DNF. The way you would get a DNF is if you get 5 wrong. And the idea is to get 10 right in the fastest time possible.
okay.
And when you get wrong, it will pass it and it adds 5 seconds to your time.
Just
What
to
if there
make,
aren't ten things that exist in the toilet, though?
I'm pretty sure
Right.
there will be 10.
It's a different topic every time as well.
Yeah.
Also, as well, just to make things a bit interesting, like I said, you finished 5th last time, but you also got 10 correct with a score of 51 seconds. So, you know, it's an
Yeah.
impressive score to beat. But to start with Fergus,
Wait, is
you're
it
left.
just the fast? Well, it doesn't matter.
What, sorry?
But why was it like who's above me? Have they got a faster score but less
So,
points?
so the way it goes is like the lower the time, that's the main that's the main thing that gets taken out into account. But if you have the same time, it goes off on who has the most questions right.
So I can just get 5 right, but answer them like that, and I'll be at the top.
Not really, because as soon as you get 5 wrong, then if I hit pass each time for the rest of them, you're going to 1 DNF, but also, you know, you're going to...
No,
the time,
but you can.
the time will be added on.
You're trying to fucking break the game here. It's not going to work. You need to get 10 right as quick as possible. Fucking
That's fine.
commence.
That's fine.
Right. Letter H. Do you wish to keep H or reroll?
Let's keep H.
Dude, H is a pretty versatile letter for real.
Keep H.
Damn, is he setting the mind games already? Right, Fergus,
It's helping.
you
me.
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Cartoon characters.
Horrid Henry.
Yes. Something you're afraid of.
Horrible disfiguring.
Right. Movie titles.
Horrid Henry the movie.
Yep. Occupations.
Homemaker.
Right. Places in Europe.
Fuck. Holland.
Yep. Toys.
Horrid Henry action figures.
I'm going to pass you. Things that grow.
You can pass it.
Feelings
Pass,
of love.
A fish.
Haddock.
Pass.
Well, even I don't know one of those.
Fuck's sake,
Types of
man.
weather.
Or-
Hailstones.
Things that you can get you fired.
Watching
Hang your
hard.
boss.
What?
Hang your boss.
Nah, right, Liam, come on.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
No. Liam, be fair. Come on, reload the thing.
I'll allow a reload. Why not?
That was
Fergus,
it.
if I left you with that, Fergus, you would have been third last.
Those are pretty tough questions, to be fair. I mean,
Aye.
fish, that one came out.
Fucking type of fish. How does
Haddock.
hard-headed
That was so easy. That was the easiest one out of them all.
I know
That
that was the easiest one for me. Right, Fergus. For your
Aye.
last time today, letter F. Do you want to keep it or reroll?
Letter what?
F.
F, like Fergus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I have to represent, so I'll keep it.
Okay.
Mm.
You ready?
Fish.
Hard-headed.
France.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Things that are cold.
Frost.
Yep. Things that are black.
Fighter jets.
Yep. Colours.
Fuchsia.
Yep.
Good.
Cartoon characters.
Good shit.
Pass.
Nicknames.
Different.
Fergie.
School subjects.
French.
Yep. Things you sit on.
Friends.
Feet.
Okay. Words ending in N.
Awards.
A word ending in N.
N. Fun.
Yep. Bad habits.
Fighting.
Cities.
Falkirk. Frankfurt, even.
Falkirk.
Fucking fuck.
Just game it, man, for fuck's sake.
Fergus. With 9 correct.
Oh, dear Jesus.
I mean, that's not bad. 9 correct's fine.
No, I don't want to even hear the time, though.
Yeah, aye.
I'm going to take
No,
a
no.
I'm gonna take a
Let's
guess.
do this next time. Let's
Take
do
a
this
couple
after
seconds off
quarantine.
for the delay or something.
How
No,
many
no,
seconds?
fuck that.
Aye, no, just like 5 for each question. Just kidding. Let's,
5 seconds
Calm
off for
down.
each question. Fuck off.
Calm fucking down. All I'm saying is that is at least 1 minute and 30 seconds is how long you took there.
No, that's not.
Wow.
Not the second time. Yeah.
Well, it was 55, 59 seconds before, wasn't it?
What? Oh, yeah.
What was the-
before. Yeah, no, I. Right.
Go and just tell us
Fergus,
what it was.
yeah.
Honest.
I'm leaving you some suspense. Fergus, with 9 correct, you got a time of 1 minute, 14.68.
Wow. It's like Top Gear.
You are
The word you think
one,
came on the
you're
leaderboard.
1 second slower than Struan, which
Fuck. Oh, man.
And
He's going to
like,
hold that above me next
But-
time I see him. Like,
you're 1 second above me.
Oh,
Yay! No
Yeah,
harder, you're
good.
shit.
fair enough, eh?
Yeah, and
But
you're
they were at
who
the
else are
top.
you above? You're above Duncan, Joe, Mark, James Letford, you Mackenzie's old time, and
Nice.
Nick.
why is that still there?
I have your old time.
Because
up.
that's the one we really want to be there.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's to show progression, you know. It's to show how fast you went.
Went
Just,
from like
just leave my
last to
old time
first.
up there.
Okay, I'll pay up there. Anyway,
No, just leave my old one up there. Don't add anything to it.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to add, or is that us?
No,
Uh,
don't think we don't think we've really said very much, but there's not really much that's gone on. So
yeah.
I'll find out a wee
Yeah.
bit more about your life. you know?
Thanks for getting me to change my clothes once.
shall
That's
we have
fine.
a,
Maybe you
a
can
s-
learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
But anyway, I appreciate you coming on. Until next time, I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Thayjamieallan.
I'm Euan Mackenzie.
Play that theme tune, Euan.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guys. With 2 Scottish guys, and we're loving it.
Sitting and chatting.
Oh, yeah, fucker.
Goodbye.
That's it.